Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the breakdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We got Money B joining us yet again. An absolute staple to the watch party and the breakdown now. Mark, what's going on, kid?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Listen,
Excited for a good show.
we're going to keep the intro short and sweet. Things did not go how we wanted this weekend for the gentlemen, but we can't dwell on the past. We must move forward. In the major, this is the beautiful thing about Call of Duty. Besides champs, you get to go again. And this next week, we're going to be on land with a new, fresh opportunity to take it to them, going up against Miami in the winners round number 1. I'm still confident in the boys.
I mean, yeah, how can you not be? I mean,
I'm
listen,
very
Of
confident.
course.
Obviously,
every competitor's went through that stint where it's like you got to have a short-term memory and just wipe the slate clean, go into the event. I mean, you're still in winner's bracket, so it's not like you're starting in losers, right? The only actual thing you have to do is mentally avert that hump and just sort of mentally get back in the game and make sure you guys keep that same confidence going forward, right? It's important that, you know, as a competitor, you can't snowball. Obviously, got to say it how it is. An 0-6 weekend is not ideal.
It's not great.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that. Obviously, you at the very least, you want to get some maps, but you take those maps, you try your best to learn from them and get better going forward, and that's literally all you can do. You can sit here and fucking cry and talk all you want, but
be a goldfish. That's right. Be a
move forward.
goldfish. Got to keep moving forward. Can't let it get to you. I mean, obviously, again, it's tough. It's mentally draining, but can't let it get to you. Got to have a short-term memory. But let's get into the actual show, folks. We got our first segment coming up here first. It is the weekend review where we break down all of the matches throughout the weekend. We're actually going to go a little bit more in-depth on the final 3 matches today because they're a little bit fresher in our minds. We're going to go over some stats and stuff like that and talk a little bit more in-depth about the series. So let's start off at the start of the weekend. We have Minnesota Rocker taking on the Los Angeles Guerrillas. And I want to say one thing. Minnesota, good work. Whatever you're doing, a turnaround from MN to go 2-0 on the weekend. And before that, they weren't looking so hot. So, good shit.
yeah, no, Wake texted me last night. He's like, about time, dude. I wasn't looking too hot. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, buddy. But Wake's looking better. Shout out to Vivid. I think Vivid was probably...
Yeah, he played amazing.
I think Linz continued to be consistent, and Linz has been like their shining star all season. But like Vivid sets the S&D record with kills. He was frying for them, and they have a huge bounce-back 2-0 weekend, which for them just catapults confidence going forward into the major. Just night and day different team compared to what we saw in the weeks prior. So
yeah, they 3-0 they 3-0 LAG, which was a big match for them. LAG was on the cusp of being able to make that winner's bracket. I believe they are not in it anymore, right? We have the tournament bracket. LAG is not in the winner's bracket, but they had a chance here. It was a big win for Minnesota, and they take it to them. 3-0, the only map that's close is the Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
Last round, which we might be taking a look at here soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, congrats to Rocker. I do want to say LAG looked a little bit not as impressive as we were. I mean, we were holding LAG to a pretty high standard going into this weekend, and they look pretty vulnerable now heading into the major compared to what we were looking at. I mean, they're not playing bad by any means. Some of these maps are close, and, you know, Diamond Khan's still playing well. Maybe not as well as he was. Estriel's having his moments, but collectively, LAG, I feel like, has maybe taken a step backwards heading into LAN.
Absolutely. Next up, again, we're going to try to fly through these a little bit faster. We got the Miami Heretics taking on Optic Texas. We're going to be seeing that rematch in our winners round number 1 at the major.
Yes,
and
sir.
this series, it just came down to Miami's teamwork looked incredible. So Miami, the week before, hit a little bit of a hump. They went 0-2. This weekend, they looked incredible. They went 6-0 map count. They 3-0'd us and LAG. And they just their teamwork just looked solid, man. They had a lot of, like, really good setups that we were talking about in the Search and Destroy. They had crosses. Like, they just looked polished in a lot of their game modes. And there's never just one of them. And when you're playing a team like that, it's fucking hard.
Yep.
Because, obviously, we have all the skill in the league, but when 2 of them are flying at you, it's difficult. Miami did a very good job of utilizing that teamwork against us in this series, and it wasn't really close at all.
No, it wasn't close. I mean, this was...
Really well.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead. You're good.
No, this was just... I mean, we saw a great interview from Lucky after the series to give a little more insight into the way they work and the way they operate and how they take, like they had a pretty tough weekend the weekend prior. They had a short-term memory. They just hammered down practice. They said we're pretty good at blocking out the outside noise. We got back to work, and now here we are. So Heretics have a huge weekend. Shout out to Methodz, too. I think Methodz was popping off. All of them, and I think Heretics has always been, ever since we saw them first get into the league years ago, they're just so momentum-based. Once they get started, they're a very tough team to stop, and that's what happened. It was like a runaway train situation where the kills were falling, they were flowing. We heard it in their comms, right? Obviously, we don't speak Spanish, but you can just tell by the way they were talking how amped they were, how energetic they were. It was they didn't let off. So congrats to Heretics on a huge weekend. Yeah,
they look good. Mark, anything to say about them?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think we saw their ceiling, how well they could really lock in and play. And like you said, they're fast-paced. They don't stop running at you. They're going to take advantage of every situation they have. And, they went 6-0. Great teamwork. They play together well, even though it's fast-paced. And it works for them. That's what works for them.
Yeah, and I want to say I'm a little bit worried about that matchup round one because they're the type of team, again, where you can tell how selfless they are throughout their whole team. And a team like that on LAN is just scary because you know that they're coming into the series and they don't give a fuck about stats. They don't care who looks good, who is they care about getting the win and only the win. And they will do anything for their teammate in any situation. They'll go in first. And that's a scary team to play on LAN because, again, whenever the pressure's on and your teamwork is flowing, that's what makes teams really, really good. So it's going to be a good series, but we're going to have to come in. We're going to have to come in locked against Miami. Come next Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, their play style's unorthodox, too. I mean, you have to realize these guys were playing in Spain for the past few years. They have a certain type of twang to, their play style. It's just a different look than you're used to when you're playing against all NA teams. They have a different way of playing. Their cohesion's different. It's not as readable, right? When you play against top teams like Ultra in New York, for the most part, at the top level, you're scrimming against these teams. You kind of have a mental intuition as to how they play and where everyone's going to be. Okay, Hydra's going to be here. Kiz is most likely this is the way he plays. I feel like as of right now, Heretics are still fresh. They're unorthodox. They're new. It's so hard to actually, I guess, gauge their pressure and sort of. I hope I'm vocalizing it the right way. They're a weird team to play against. I feel
it's hard. They're just a hard read.
Yeah,
it's their first year back in the league. They're all Spanish players. They don't have a lot of reps against the players in the league, and they play a different play style. So it might take a little bit to learn that and comprehend how they're actually trying to work the map. So Heretics, honestly, it's going to be a tough round one matchup.
Oh,
we're going to have to come in fucking locked because, again, their teamwork is it's consistent.
Yep,
it's hard to have consistent teamwork in COD, and they seem to do it. But let's move on. We've got the Ultra, and I want to talk about both of their matches kind of in tandem because they played back-to-back. First one they play is New York, and this Toronto Ultra team looked very scary.
Yeah.
They play New York incredibly hard. I mean, they kind of pile drive them.
Yeah.
And that is not easy to do. Obviously, New York being the recent world champions with one switch with Sib for Prisa, which we saw today. But Toronto looked crazy. And I think right now it's easy to say FaZe and Toronto are 1 and 2, and they're kind of in a tier of their own.
I agree.
Throughout the rest of the teams in the CDL. I mean, just look at the stats. That's New York. You don't see that very often when teams are playing that.
At all.
I agree.
So Toronto, shouts out to them. Again, don't want to spend too much on all these series, but Toronto then goes and plays Vegas, and they end up 3-1ing them. If we could pull that series up really quickly. I believe Vegas ended up winning, was it the Control? I think they won their first Control, which was a little bit weird.
High rise.
Because Vegas was winless in Control, but they beat Toronto, who is historically a good Control team.
Yeah.
But Toronto looks a little bit different, man.
I mean, as expected, right? I mean, when you when that move first happened, I think everybody saw Toronto being a top 2, top 3 team unanimously. I mean, you bring in Envoy for Hixie. They just play second at champs. They win an event. Hixie, of course, a solid player, but I think when it comes to that specific role, the way Envoy plays, he is an upgrade, 1-for-1 trade. So no real surprise seeing Toronto sort of dominate right now. Vegas, they're in a slippery slope situation where they some of these bottom teams have to start thinking about CDL points. I mean, you have 10 points. You're going into the major. You're in losers bracket. The odds of Vegas making a run are a little unlikely, just to say it bluntly. So I hope some of these teams are thinking about potential moves to make because you want your
quick.
pick of the crop. Like
it goes quick.
You want the player you want. So.
Yeah. But I would not be surprised if we see a Faze Toronto final at the first major. I mean, again, they just look like a cut above the rest at the moment. Unless some of these teams can figure out how to stop them, it's looking scary right now.
For sure.
It's looking scary. And Toronto's only loss in the split was to Boston. We saw Boston go Game 5 with New York today.
That was a fun series to watch.
Yeah, it definitely was winnable for them too.
But let's hold off for that one a little bit. Next up, we've got Miami again taking on LAG. Let's just breeze through this one. Again, just a masterclass of teamwork. They 3-0 LAG. Miami goes 6-0 map count this weekend. And again, it's polarizing because they go 6-0, we go 0-6. So who's going to come out on land in one best-of-5 series and put it together better?
Well, that's why the first map I think is so fucking important. Like map 1, in my opinion, is like all the marbles. Like just get the map win, just so I feel like once you get to land, if you're in a bit of you're struggling a bit, as soon as you get that first map win, that it's not even a thought in your head. Like there's no more. Whereas if you lose that first map, it's like, oh, here we go again, right? The same struggles, the same sort of slump.
Well, I hope we're not thinking like that.
Well, no, I'm just saying
it definitely helps.
If you're in an 0-7 trend, like you need to get that win to just revert what's going on. Like you need to flip a switch mentally, and that comes with just a nice team convincing win.
Yep. Yeah, Miami looks good. Mark, anything?
I mean, shit. I do agree with being a little worried playing them first round. Besides the LAG match, like we talked about before, they're a great team. They're a top team, and I mean they proved it this weekend. They went 6-0. And as far as us playing them on land first, like Zin said, need to get on it early. Got to take first map. Can't be fighting from behind. You don't want to fight from behind. It's just a hole you don't want to be in. And like I said, they're a tough team. Got to watch out for them.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I think right now Miami. I think it's pretty confident to say I think you got to put them top 4 right now.
I would.
Yeah, after this weekend.
I would.
I think you have to.
That's crazy. I mean, dude, COD changes weekend to weekend. That's the crazy part. It's one weekend a team looks like they're top 8, the next they're top 4, especially this early on in the game's life cycle. I think it's fair to put Heretics at 4 right now.
I mean, you go Faze, Toronto, New York, Miami, then us probably.
Yep.
Right?
I will say, like, looking at the map 1 today against Faze, like comparing our team, I think if we play that way against Miami, map 1 could have went differently. Of course, woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's no way to actually know. But, like, the team started off strong today versus Faze, and we kind of let it slip. Whereas versus Heretics, I don't think we were able to stabilize really at any point.
Yeah,
it looked
behind.
slow the entire time. Whereas at least versus Faze today, map 1, we started hot. So if we have similar starts like that, I do think our team just is a different caliber of talent to some teams where it's like if they start strong, they're going to streak. They're going to get momentum, but it needs to happen.
And that can happen on land. For anybody that's, naysaying or wants to freak the fuck out because we had a bad weekend of Call of Duty, things change very fast. Like Zinni said, we come in, we win map 1 against Miami, we get some fucking momentum behind us, we get some of that good feeling and start trusting in each other. We can go ballistic. I mean, it's the sky's the limit. So hopefully we come out. And we fry, man. Land is a completely different environment. I'm excited to see how things go. Our last series, this was a big one as well. Minnesota 3-2s the Seattle Surge.
That was a big one, man. Once again, shout out to Minnesota. They look good. Seattle are an interesting team because, like, Seattle's not a team that you can write off because they're competitive in mostly every single series, but they aren't really finding that consistency yet. Like, Inder was going crazy. Abuza's looked solid. Like, Kyler also has looked lights out. But just look at the stats. I mean, 3 players positive for Seattle, only 1 for Rocker, and Rocker still take the series. So it's a testament to Rocker's current teamwork. And
agreed.
I still think, like, right now, both these teams are middle of the pack. Like, I think they're 6 through 10 slots right now.
But the thing with Seattle that scares me is they're on a 4-loss streak.
Yeah,
they
so
started
they could be
the league.
Yep.
They started the league 3-0. They've now lost 4 consecutive series.
Who's their first round? I'm sure we'll take a look at the bracket after we do the review,
we'll take a quick look at the bracket right after these matches. Next, we had Faze take on Carolina. Obviously, Carolina almost reverse sweeps. They don't end up getting it done. An absolute heartbreaker for the Carolina fans. But Faze, again, they just exert their will towards the end of the series. They win a very dominant search and destroy, but Carolina's a team that I think is starting to look a lot better. They make 2 roster changes, one because of a visa issue, the other an actual roster move.
With Fellow coming in for God X.
But they start looking better. Looking better. Carolina, I think, is on the right trajectory. And with a little more practice, I think they could be good. Money Mark, what do you think?
I like they definitely got better. Their slaying power definitely stepped it up. They don't have bad teamwork. It was just the reps we were talking about. They just have to get reps under their belt. And what sucks is the game changed. I mean, the event's right around the corner. There's a lot of things, things that are holding them back, I would say. But I could see them pulling off something crazy.
I mean, they almost upset FaZe.
I could see them.
Which is an upset.
I don't want to throw any placings out there, but they could not get OFR'd.
Yeah, no, I can see them.
That's all I could say
can see
about
them
that.
winning a couple rounds. I
For
mean,
sure.
especially, Clay's team's on land. You bring in
The team before this, though, I had no faith in.
Fellow. Oh, they were awful.
This team, though,
This team
I could
puts
get
up a fight.
behind.
The other team was one of the worst I've seen. Just to say it candidly, I mean, fuck me.
Well, again, you got 3 players who don't have a positive KD, all of FaZe positive. They still took it Mat 5.
I mean,
That's
this
great.
series,
Like you said,
the fact
great
they made
teamwork.
this competitive, fair play, they're looking better.
I think FaZe was also testing maps.
Yeah.
In fairness,
Yeah.
I think FaZe was testing out their map pool in this series. These are not FaZe's strongest maps, and they still end up getting the win. But Carolina shows some heart, some resilience, and some battle back.
Yep.
So yeah, shouts out to Carolina. Keep working. I think they have an opportunity to
Definitely
improve.
keep this team, and like I said, this is a team I can get behind. I get behind them.
Yeah, next up, we've got Carolina. These were our matches today. We're finally into them. My CDL page just completely crashed on me. So, Zin, what do you think? Carolina versus the Thieves today. 2 bottom barrel teams coming into
tough.
it.
I mean, this one you have to mention the delay. I mean, Ravens start off super hot map 1, like dominant, nice hard point win. They're all flowing well. Then you have over an hour break. LA Thieves power goes out. You come back, you lose map 2. All right, Thieves look good. But whenever you have a crazy delay like that, it's like you kill all momentum. And we've seen how many 3-0s there have been this year. Momentum is so important, like just carrying that map to map, that confidence. When you're sitting around bored for over an hour, I mean, there's no way to really you can say it all you want. These guys are paid to play. They're pros. They should be able to stay in the game.
It's not that easy.
You can't just sit. You're not sitting there locked for an hour just shooting bots.
Yeah, it's not that
difficult.
easy.
So Thieves, especially Cammy, turns it up a notch. I want to highlight Cammy too because Cammy's been struggling, and we haven't really seen Cammy play consistently solid in a while. He does turn it up a notch and play well. Ghosty continues to play well, but I feel for the Royal Ravens. We thought Map 5 was going to go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, Thieves take it, but I do feel for the Ravens. The delay is just, how can you know what actually would have happened?
Yeah, and people in the chat were like, well, both teams have to deal with it. So, no, it's not like that. Carolina just won map 1. So, they have everything to lose, whereas Thieves just got kind of body slam map 1, and then they get an hour break to kind of reset, cool the guns down. Like, it's a huge disadvantage if you're on the side of Carolina. And I know people like to throw the word excuse around, but it's not easy, man. It's not easy to sit there for an hour and just come back into the series and snap it back on. It's not that simple. So I do feel bad for Carolina. I feel like they kind of got hoed today a little bit. But again, they still had glimmers of looking good.
Yeah, no.
Same thing as FaZe. They had glimmers of looking good. So good for them.
We'll see how the major goes for them.
Yeah, we'll see how they develop. We'll see how they play on land. Next up, we've got the New York Subliners against the Boston Breach.
This series was crazy. It was a huge grudge match. Obviously, Priesta wins champs with this team this past year. And, if you win champs, you're assuming you're safe. Nope, dropped for Sib. Sib's holding your trophies. So Priesta wanted this one bad. It starts off hot. I mean, Boston Breach look good, but just want to highlight the NYSL search game. I mean, they're, 7-1 now, 8-1 in search. They're looking lights out.
Them and FaZe are, I believe, two. FaZe is now 8-1, and New York is now 9-1 in the game mode. So if you go off map percentages, New York's technically the best, but 9-1, 8-1, both teams are insane at search and destroy, and it gets New York the win today. They go game 5, they get a 6-4 win on High Rise. So New York, it's scary, man, to see New York that good at search. Eventually, they're gonna piece together all the other modes and start to really roll. So It's kind of scary to see New York be so good at search.
Yeah, I mean, this map 5, if you guys were watching with us today,
yeah.
I mean, Capsule almost pulls off one of the most insane 1v4s imaginable. He finds 3, and because he was weak, he can't get away with his life. But
that would have been nuts.
he did everything.
That would have been the
to pull
craziest
that
clutch
out.
I've seen.
Nonetheless, I mean, NYSL, they clutch up, but still, like, New York, they're looking vulnerable. Like, they're not like last weekend or, like, just up until this past weekend, we were looking at a team that looked not vulnerable. I mean, they were winning all their searches. The SMG duo and Hydra Kismet were still playing in tandem. Sib, of course, has been killing everything, and Sky's having a good season too. So New York, I would say going into the major, I think it's safe to have them at 3rd right now. They're not looking on the same par, like on the same level right now as Ultra and FaZe, though.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think we're good on that series. Sib's doing his thing. I just want to highlight that. Sib's been absolutely piecing. Ever since the hand issue stuff started coming out, he has been fucking frying.
Yeah, he said, fuck that hand issue, buddy.
He's been frying. 19.6K damage. Unbelievable out of Sib. Last but not least, obviously, I'm sorry we got to rehash it. The Optic versus FaZe series. It didn't go as we wanted.
No.
It did not go as we wanted. You guys saw some of the stats. You see 10-1 over the past 11 matchups against these two teams. It gets broken here today. FaZe, #1 team in the game, undoubtedly. And they take it to us today, man. We made some mistakes on the map 1. I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot on map 1. I think that was our map to lose, and we do end up losing it. And after that, it was kind of just a snowball effect. FaZe caught fire in the search and destroy, carried it into the control, and bada bing, bada boom, that's a 3-0. FaZe looks very good.
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest map for me is the search. Like, I feel like we were just giving them too much to work with. Like, FaZe is such a ratty team. Like, you see how hard it is to get a first blood on them. I feel like we were playing a little too free a little bit. Like, we need to be, like, super coordinated and super
You got to be technical with them.
Cautious on that map. Like, as soon as you give the problem with a team like FaZe is they are so well oiled and like they communicate so well. Obviously, they're individually talented. As soon as you give them one, they know where everybody's at. They know who's watching left. They know who's watching mid. They know who's playing right. As soon as someone dies, they know exactly how to play. It's like, okay, we got that guy, now do this. We killed that guy, now do this. So that's why you have to play your life so heavily. I'm not saying you don't make plays, but I'm more so talking on defense. Like, defense, you need to, like, really iron it out. Because
and they're really good man down, too. Like, even if you get blood, you can't just throw a trade back to them because they're really good at man down situations in search. Obviously, Simp, Abe, they all come from search.
Yeah.
It's Cell. I mean, they're all search kids. So
I don't think you could even overthink the respawns. I mean, that just, like, the first map was so close. I think we probably make 1 or 2 mistakes, and then we lose. I mean, honestly, getting broken on Palace was probably my biggest takeaway from that. Like, you saw what FaZe did. They had a lockdown defense on Palace. We got broken for, like, 30 seconds. Hills like that, in this current patch, you kind of have to secure all the time. It's unfortunate.
Agreed.
We got picked right street. That opens up a lane. There's too much to watch because the guy in Hill, I mean, he can't really peek. I mean, he can sort of watch his close hit. He can watch, like, the American jump up. He can watch his own hop-ups, but that guy knows that if he peeks, he's costing. Like, that guy is essentially not even on the map until he really has to be. So, Control, you can't really overthink. I think kills are falling in their favor, depending on which team is hot when you're talking about this level of talent.
They were red hot towards the end of that Control. I mean, takeaways, we just got to work together better, man.
Yep.
A lot of the search rounds getting caught out individually. Control, I mean, just individual,
team
a lot
pushes,
of individual
trades,
stuff, I think.
Little shit.
I think we need to put that teamwork to use. Start waiting for each other. I know, Mark, you pointed out a play that.
Yeah, it's just like team pushes and communicating. I'm weak, wait for me, and little things that they just need to fine tune. I think they'll be a lot better. Like, if they were, I mean, like you said, we got all the talent we need. It's just a matter of putting it forward, working together, communicating better.
Which is not easy to do.
It's not.
Not
it's
easy
not
to
at
do.
all. Because people have tendencies. Like, if you're dealing with a fast player, like, slowing him up is not beneficial to him. He might just overreact and just, there's little things that they could work on, but I think they still look good. It's just a teamwork thing for me.
I also want to mention what our players were tweeting about because I think it's important because they were saying we were lagging during the series, pings were jumping, and it's so easy for everybody that's not them to say excuses, blah, blah, blah. I don't think these guys are just fucking lying about ping. There's literally a screenshot on Twitter. Yeah. Like, if you're a player, you know how important this is. If that was a factor, like,
it needs to be an even playing field, especially when you're playing someone like FaZe.
I don't care what anybody else says.
Everyone's played COD on bad things.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
understand.
And then imagine playing
Yeah,
someone
now
like
play fucking Faze. It's not easy, man.
But
It's
also-
definitely not an excuse,
Also,
but it's just
you guys
not easy.
know I love the guy. How can you not? Want to shout out Selim. I mean, maps 2 and 3, he takes over. He
Yeah.
goes 11 and 2 in search. He goes double positive in the control. Right? He got groovy and he took over. So important to know. I mean, he really took it to the next level this series.
Yep, and that segues us perfectly into our next segment of the show. Oh yeah,
let's
actually,
look at the
yeah,
bracket
good call,
first, yeah.
Riley. Let's take a look at the bracket. It should be finalized at this point. And here we go. We have ourselves a fucking bracket. We've got FaZe, Gorillas, Heretics, Optic, Surge taking on Ultra and Subliners versus the Rocker. That top side of the bracket is scary.
Yeah, dude. Even FaZe LAG is scary. Like we saw what LAG
No.
took FaZe.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think that's scary.
I'm not saying it's like I'm not scared if I'm FaZe, but it's a weird matchup with the way LAG plays. Like we saw it the last time they faced off recently. LAG literally could have been up 2-1. So to say teams like LAG can't catch, they are not the favorite by any means. I mean, if I had to put my life on a team, I would put it on FaZe in the series. But I don't want to count out the Gorillas and say that they literally aren't going to touch FaZe. I think that'd be untrue.
Yeah, if FaZe
there's a
starts
chance.
slow. If they start slow, it could definitely happen for sure.
It is the first LAN match of the season, so you just don't know how these teams are going to come out and react on LAN. It's the first time we're going to see them on LAN.
Yep.
Who knows how these new teams kind of mesh together whenever the lights are at their absolute brightest? We just don't know, and that's why it's so fucking great.
Yep.
I can't wait for the first major, man. Hopefully, we come out, take it to the Heretics, make a little run. I mean, we get FaZe winners too. I feel like that's when we want them.
Yeah. I
Winners
agree.
too, because that's who. We got FaZe winning.
Yeah. I mean, this is the schedule. FaZe LAG. Then we have NYSL Rocker.
Oh, look who's last.
Yeah. Optic versus Heretics last, and then Ultra versus Surge. I mean, I think it's safe to say if we're predicting very early without actually going in depth, I'm going FaZe, New York, Ultra, Optic.
Yep.
I mean, I think Ultra sort of wiped the floor with Surge. I feel like they are.
You don't think there's going to be any
Levels
upsets?
The only weird upset potential, like, first and foremost, I don't know what we're considering upsets. Because I don't think LAG ends up beating FaZe, although I think there's a slight chance that can become a series. Of all of these matches, I think maybe Rocker can surprise NYSL.
Maybe. I could see it.
Because NY,
I think the other ones, obviously our match, can't really call.
Yeah, no, our match, I don't know.
Our match is a question mark. It just depends how we come out. I think Heretics, I know how Heretics are going to come out. They're just going to be all up in our face and just fucking running it down. And hopefully Metals isn't as hot as he was against us in the online
He was
match.
playing good.
But yeah, I could see Minnesota taking out New York.
Yep.
I could see it. I mean, we saw Boston take him to a Game 5 today.
Yeah.
So that's our weekend review, guys. That's our bracket. I cannot wait for the first major. Next up, we've got our team of the week. And this one was kind of easy, actually, to make this team of the week.
Yeah.
We were kind of waiting to see how some of the teams played today to lock some of these things in. But chat, we'll get a little bit interactive with y'all here. How do we want to do it? We do it a little bit differently every week now. How do we want to do it?
I say we each pick one again, and then we can collaborate collectively, us three in chat, to decide the last one.
Okay. I'm going to go first then.
Go ahead.
I think this player deserves some love for the performance that he put on this weekend. It's Metals, man.
Yep.
Metals went absolutely ballistic against us. I think he was one of the main reasons why they beat us. He was popping so many multi-kills, and even in their other series, just multi-kills that are coming at important moments in the game. And it doesn't matter how his stats look, because all it takes is 1-2 piece to flip the game on its head, and he is very good at doing it. So shouts out to Metals. I can't wait to see this team play on LAN against us. I think it's going to be an electric first match.
Yeah, no,
Agreed.
I mean, at the very least, it's going to be a fun one to watch. I mean, it's definitely a nerve-wracking one, but shout out to Adrian. I mean, he's been doing his thing. I have respect for the Heretics, man. I mean, especially after that Lucky interview, like the way he just the way he spoke about the team is, it's us. It's not the world's noise. Doesn't matter. We don't care what people are saying. We don't care if we lost a match, right? Like, and we don't care that we won a match. He's like, even if we go 2-0, we know we're not the best. Like, we're working every day to improve on what we have to improve on. We're going to lose, we're going to win. We're going to lose, we're going to win. And we're going to try to put it together. So I respect the Heretics team. And I hope we start strong against them. But my player for the breakdown team of the week is Kleenex. I want to go with Kleenex.
Yeah.
I think Toby was lights out.
That whole Toronto team.
Yeah.
You could put any of them.
Yeah.
You could put any of them in here, dude. They are like they're like again, they're just like Faze. You could put anyone on Faze in this team of the week and nobody would question it.
Yeah.
Because they're all just doing their thing.
And I think he's their most impactful player.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's been their most impactful player
glue.
for a while.
But
That's
now
the glue.
we talked about it on the watch party a bit. He's at times struggled. He's had these really bad maps. He's struggled with consistency. Not like anything to worry about where he's like, oh, he's dropping 0.6s at a major. But it looks like now he's super consistent. Like he knows exactly what he has to do. He has a great team around him, right? He has a great duo now in Envoy. He has great slaying with Scrap and Insight, of course, one of the best ARs since coming into the league. But I have nothing but good things to say about the guy. I mean, just
he's great.
Playing lights out, especially, you can just tell that they're above and beyond right now.
I think he's the most aggressive player we've seen in the CDL. He does not have an off button.
Yeah, fair.
He's literally the Energizer Bunny. Ever since he's came into the league, I think it's either him or a Beezy.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they are just constant aggression, and having that on your team, especially whenever he's playing good, it's hard to beat him.
No, lights
Especially combining him with Dylan, who's more of a ratty like SMG, who makes very good plays on the map. Not as fast as Kleenex. It's a scary duo. When Kleenex is playing good, it amplifies everyone else's game, and I think he's honestly their most impactful player as well. I think Toby's an absolute animal. Mark, pick an AR for us.
I gotta go with Gwen.
Gwen.
I like that.
Okay.
I mean, dude, he was
I like that.
frying,
Gwen,
bro.
I mean, they went 0-2. But
I know that's what I was gonna ask. I was like, does it have to be a winning team?
I mean,
Gwen was playing great.
He was frying.
Gwen was playing great.
And Ravens are looking better.
But if it has to be a winning team, I mean,
let's
could
talk.
I say Sib
do
again?
we think we should pick someone? They did go 0-2.
I think you have to be.
They have been.
You got to be winning that week. You can't just. I don't know. It's gray. There's a little gray area. I mean, we can work in it. We can work in
It's
that
up
shit.
To, listen, he fucking said it. I say we're back in our boys' beef. Listen, Gwen, welcome to the breakdown team of the week. Gwen, he's going crazy. We're taking the positives away from it. Royal Ravens were some of the worst. Not players. One of the worst teams I've witnessed in my entire decade.
No, they're
tenure.
liking the shout. The chat's liking
And
the
now-
shout.
You're liking it?
Yeah, they're
Despite
liking
going 0-2, it's two very competitive series. One being against FaZe, and this guy's been their best player all year, consistently.
For sure.
Shout out to him. He's in the running for Rookie of the Year. Gwen,
nasty,
congrats,
man.
Isaiah. You
Yeah.
prick.
Congrats. Well, if it wasn't Gwen, mine would have been either. Well, I don't want to say both.
Wait, let me see. Well, I'll say one. One is Celium.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I was like, that's
And who
obvious.
else?
Sib.
Okay.
And
So,
Sid,
chat,
yeah.
let's talk.
Those were
Sid,
my other
Celium,
two.
or somebody else. Let's go.
Let's
get into it.
I don't know how you don't put both of them on. Honestly, Gwen's a good shout.
Yeah, it is.
Gwen's a good
I
shout.
could agree. I could agree.
But
I could
both
agree.
of those players went
At
crazy.
bonkers, yeah, for the win too.
Crazy. I mean, Cell, he didn't have too great of a map 1 against us, but maps 2 and 3, I mean, he was just on lockdown. He went like 11-2 in the search, and then he went like plus 13 in the control. He was in lockdown mode in the series today. And then you look at Sib on the other side of things. I mean, he dropped, 8.2K damage today in a map for the loss,
And
granted,
then,
but he still dropped 8.2K.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, he was absolutely shooting.
I think their chat has spoken.
Yeah, I think Cell.
I think they want.
we can put him in.
Yeah, I think they want both Sib and Cell in.
Yeah.
And we can maybe move Gwen to the honorable mention tab.
Yep, honorable mentions. I'm down with that.
Gwen,
That works.
You're an honorable mention to the breakdown team of the week, buddy. If we were playing MW 2019, you're on the 5-man fucking roster, kid.
Absolutely. Play
love
Sibs real quick, too. He deserves it, man. The kid went crazy.
I mean, he's been crazy.
He's been going
everyone
crazy.
was questioning this Priesta for Sib move, or Sib for Priesta move, and I don't really think people are questioning it now. I think when it comes to just sheer firepower, he's proved enough. I mean, the guy's this absolute slaying machine. He's been clutch. So, yeah, I mean, NYSL, they're getting there. They're third right now, which, of course, is great. They just have a little more work to do to break into that top 2, I think.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our team of the week. Congratulations again to all those players that made it, if they care. We're noticing their great gameplay on the map, so congratulations to those 4 players.
Yep.
And hopefully they have a good major, but not too good if they play us.
Yep.
Not too good.
I'd like to intro our next segment if you don't mind, because
Yeah,
we
go
have
for
something special for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen,
We got something new.
obviously this year we've implemented a brand new segment, and it's called none other than S&D with Money B. Let's get into it.
I'm playing games with this shit, make me press search and destroy. I destroy the new.
We can't hear the audio, but I know that
Yeah.
I know that shit's bumping right now.
Listen, Mark, S&D pioneer his whole career. I'm talking throwing frags over buildings, planting bombs, sneaking behind enemy lines. Mark, you know the drill. We're going to go over some S&D clips. We're going to get some insight from Mark, duke it out, talk about it.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of great search plays so far this year.
Yeah.
I still can't get over Caps today. I mean, I would have done anything to see Caps 1v4 because that would have been
The chat is
absolutely
loving
electric.
that. They're
No,
loving
that- no,
they're
that is
loving the
crazy.
transition.
That is crazy.
The transition goes absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, I don't have as many as last week, though. We only got 3 this week that we're
works.
going to break down. I think you're going to appreciate these plays that we're seeing. First and foremost, let's start out with the round 11. I was a little bit confused with this one. Riley, you can come to me whenever you want. Actually, did it just move my spot? Oh no, it didn't. We're good. This was the round 11 Rocker versus LAG. And here we go. This kind of confused me here. Mark, I'm going to set the scene for you real quick.
All right.
So right now, Minnesota has a cruise missile.
Uh-huh.
They're on defense.
Yep.
Round 11, they have a cruise to work with. I'm just going to play the clip for you. Talk me through it. Tell me what you see.
All right. See Lynn's looking for a pick here.
And I'll tell you what I don't like.
Lens now licking a wall on the base.
Yep.
I don't like this. I'm just
Lens
going to
has
flat
the
out say
cruise
it.
missile.
Yeah, so
I don't like this.
They're turtling.
yeah,
I don't
so
like
so first and foremost, you should whenever you have a streak, you shouldn't be playing the base like this whatsoever.
Well,
I
I don't mind him playing his life
Well,
super
yeah,
hard.
if
he's
him,
the streaker.
if he
needs
has
to
the
go.
streak, yes, that's fine. But his teammates, because once the streak is called in, you can use that to pounce. You can, you know, people are gonna hide. There might be one person who can't hide. Someone might have already popped up on the minimap, red dot. There's a lot of plays you can make off this. You know they're spreading out right now. No
And
one's
look
going to
at
be
this.
sitting. If someone's helipad, he has to jump down and move. If someone's planning B bomb, he has to get off the bomb and go on. Maybe if he has a trophy, that's different. But you know people are, it's like a chessboard. You know they're moving around here. So when you call in a streak, you got to at least be at least halfway. You want to be at least halfway. Mid-map maybe somewhere around there to where you can get a blood,
We
get
saw
info.
We saw this happen again today, actually. I think it was the New York series. It was literally like kind of the same situation. It wasn't obvious. It wasn't a round 11, but the defensive team just completely backed up. So maybe that's just the standard for the pros right now on this map. I don't know because we're not playing professionally, but I just think it's a little weird from past games that they give up all map control on defense while using the streak.
They go 1-for-1 with the trade.
Bombs going down now. Bombs down. Assault's fucking trapped.
Now, even I don't even mind this.
You can kind of see how the round develops a little bit.
Lins gets one.
They still end up winning it. But
It was definitely a question mark way to play. Like I would like to see a little more confidence.
Yeah.
a little more
That-
map control. A little more map control.
they
I
get
agree
the
with that.
kills. They end up winning the round. I don't know. Again, maybe that's the standard of playing it.
They left room for error.
Because
Like,
we
they
saw it
didn't-
again today.
The best way I could explain it was what I would do is get your info, let you know where the Estriel, he's a fast player. Or, yeah. Wait, no. Am I saying the wrong team?
Well, yeah. Minnesota had the
Or
streak.
their fastest player, whoever's mid-map.
Vivid.
Vivid. Okay. As soon as that streak comes in, try to fish for one. Or even if it's as it's coming in, maybe you give someone info. There's 2 guys that ran a right window.
Take control of
Just
the map.
something.
Like,
yeah.
take a
or take a
lane.
gap. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you can push out of blue and get green shack and just wait.
And just lay down. And then
There's
get
a
a freebie.
lot of things you can do.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lot.
I don't know. They end up winning the round. So, again, we could just be beating a dead horse, really, with it. But
Yeah.
I wanted to point it out. I think you'll appreciate this one. This is the round 11, LAG versus the Heretics. Here we go, Estriel with the smoke first off. I love that.
Oh, this one's tragic for LAG, man.
This one was tragic. Money Mark, talk to me.
So I could now I remember this one off the top of my head. So again, there's another streak in play right here.
Yep.
I believe so. I don't think
blood.
there
Yeah,
was.
see,
No, this is
Yeah,
this is where they get the
diffuse.
diffuse off.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, Fame gets the streak and he
Yeah.
tries the streak. Yeah.
So
You're actually right.
They go out to the bomb. Bomb's already. You know what I'm saying?
Bombs down.
Yep.
Are you playing his music while we're
Yeah.
watching it?
I think
Good trophy.
I don't mind Fame leaving dark, right, and calling in that streak. It's just his second player just had too much distance to the bomb. Like it just left a little too much room for error.
And I thought Methodz right here. I thought he made
Yeah, I
the
know. When I watched this live, I was like, oh my God, that was such a good play.
It's
But
right here.
But at this point, I wouldn't even call that. I wouldn't even called it in. I would have just
Throw some shoulders.
something. You could do anything. And remember, we were talking again. We were talking when this happened. But bro, as soon as you hear that streak coming, bro, assault, start running, bro. Move, pick up that pace. Go check the bomb.
I mean, right
it's
here.
also a great play from Vickle. Like it is. Like I understand LAG screwed up. Like it was their round to lose, and they ended up losing it. But
And he killed
Vickle
him.
timed that bomb.
I didn't even realize that
The
he
bomb hopped
kills
so
him.
confidently and quick, and like
Oh, he does
He gave
kill him with the
himself good time.
missile.
Him right after. I didn't even notice that. That is so tragic.
He
Literally,
killed him, so it's like
0.2 after he gets it, he kills him. That is so
But
tragic.
still, I still even think when my teammates tell me I'm calling in the streak, I'm going to check that bomb. I mean,
With 20 seconds left,
You gotta, like,
the streak
ease
itself
up.
is taking like 5 to 6 seconds.
you know the guy that called in the streak is probably not gonna be able to check bomb if he misses or doesn't get the kill. So you got to do it.
yeah.
Yep.
But you know what happens?
was-
It could have been timing. He could have been calling in. It takes a second. He could have been called it in as the 2-piece went down. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
That was a tragic round for LAG.
I would have just saved it in that second.
And this is the last one. I just want to tip the play, honestly. There's nothing really crazy about this one besides the play. Abuza. Y'all remember this? Right here.
this one.
Boom. Wait, hold on. Let me pause it. Oh, let me set the scene. I love his play right here. I absolutely love it. Look where he's at. Banks a nade. Banks a nade. Kills him. I don't even know where he threw that shit from. Insta-chows Lamar.
See, when I watched this, I was like, damn, it was on Wake, right?
Yep.
I don't think he was just confident in this situation.
Yeah, no,
He wasn't confident. He was scared once
That's
his
a
two
fight Wake
teammates
should win.
shot.
That guy's trapped behind the box.
He's one weight. He can't move. He has
Granted,
to fight
like,
you.
not really his fault. His first two teammates died, but it's like I don't think you could even blame any of these players for the way they died. Like maybe Lamar for getting caught out, but first off, the nade kill, Reese can't do anything about that. He times the chow onto Lamar perfectly, and then my biggest problem with this is I think Wake's like the way he chowed this.
Yeah, I mean he definitely should have killed him. But also, I'm super big on this map. Whoever's planting a bomb should always have a trophy for those car bombs at all times. Like if you're gonna lay the bomb there,
See,
you should
that's
always
fucking-
have a trophy.
That's
No, I agree
big
with
thinking right there.
Like at all, I always put a trophy.
You got to.
You have even if I'm on defense playing the middle there, I'm putting a trophy because I don't want to get car bombed at all.
Fuck
you're gonna
that.
die
Or
off the rip.
You
The
just
only
get bombed
alternative
out, now
is
you get
blowing
car
the
There's
bombed.
two of
That-
them.
That's the only other alternative. Like you can blow up the cars yourself, but you have to make sure either the trophy or blow up the cars.
Yeah.
Make sure that because that's what kills you. I mean, you can eat a nade, but if the car is fucking not blown up, you're toast, pal.
Yeah, and I don't even I don't know where Abuza threw that nade from. He must. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
he looked like he
banked
like
it or
banked
if
it
he
off the
threw
top
it
of the
up.
wall.
Can you throw it over that building?
I don't think so.
No
That shit's
way.
high as
Because
hell.
that building's high. That is like a skyscraper.
I think he like hit it off the front, which again, amazing nade. But a trophy there, he stays alive. And
And
you
they
got
probably
the
win the- and they
and you
probably
got
win
the
the map.
info where the nade came from.
They probably win the map. But that's gonna do it for SND with Money B.
Dude,
Wait,
that intro is so hard.
wait, chat. What just happened in the Bills game? We haven't been watching it.
I think Chiefs won.
Chiefs beat them.
Yeah, Chiefs won.
They missed a field goal.
Wait, what?
Wait, isn't their field goal
27,
kicker like the best?
They won
Who?
27-24.
The Bills field goal kicker.
Nah, the best is Justin Tucker.
Or one of them. Isn't their field goal kicker like unreal?
Yeah, the Cowboys,
Tucker's
right?
unreal. He plays for the Ravens.
I thought the Cowboys kicker was like didn't miss, or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm tripping then. But
Could be tripping.
Damn.
anyways, yeah, Chiefs win it.
Money Mark, thank you for joining us,
Yes,
my
sir.
man.
Appreciate you
brother.
guys,
Thanks for
man.
coming on.
Thank you.
I'll
kid.
see you guys chat. I'll see you guys in Boston, and
Yes,
I'll
sir.
see you guys tomorrow on
Yep.
stream.
Peace.
Yep,
kid.
yep.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be gaming.
Peace, brother.
We'll be gaming tomorrow. Thank you, Mark. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is S&D with Money B in the books. Next up, we have a very special guest
Yes, sir.
for the 1v2. It's a little bit late. Welcome in Envoy.
Yeah, welcome, kid.
Oh, man, I feel so bad for Dill.
Yeah, it's a little late.
I feel so
It's
bad.
late for everybody, man.
It was a grueler day of matches.
What's up,
Dude,
man?
Dill.
What's good?
I mean, it's not our bad, but holy fuck.
Dude, you tell me I was warming up the Boston New York series today, and we had to take like an hour break after map 1 of the Carolina series.
Dude.
Just wait around. I was like, I'm trying to, pack for the event.
Well, I texted.
Some errands.
I was texting you, and I was like, "Yeah, we'll probably run the interview at like 6."
Yeah.
'Cause
what time is it now?
It's 9.
It's 8:53. Wow. So
It is
it's
9
almost
o'clock.
10 for you.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dill.
10.
Welcome on. Thank you for at least coming on. Looks like you just showered or you went outside.
Nah, I'm chilling. Just been
All right,
hanging
both-
out.
Both wrong.
Well,
Both wrong.
that segues me into a
Good one,
question
buddy.
that I got to ask you. How is it? Obviously, going from the sunny coast to Los Angeles to now the 6. What's different about playing up there in Toronto? Talk to me about culture.
Oh, I'll tell you
weather,
what. Before he even answers,
everything.
You love the Bell Fiber, don't you, buddy?
Oh, I love the Bell 5. Seth, remember that Chicago server back in fucking
Oh, dude.
War? I'm on that shit now, so.
Oh, they were unbeatable.
Yeah,
They were-
it's feeling good there. The weather, bro, there's been like less than a month of sun, so it's a little different than LA. I definitely took LA for granted in that sense, but I mean, it's been sick, bro. Grew up in Chicago, so it's nothing like too crazy. It was just when I first got here, I had to like get used to it again.
Yeah, I feel you.
And also, in the summer, I mean, I lived there for a while. I mean, that city is the best in the world, in my opinion. Like, Toronto in the summer is just, I'm talking beautiful parks, water to walk around, weather's nice every day, great restaurants, good nightlife. Like, Toronto's a sick city. But yeah, the cold is, growing up in Chicago, at least you're not going from like Texas your whole life to Toronto. 'Cause
Yeah,
you'd be like, what the
it'd be
hell?
unreal.
Yeah.
So like
absolutely.
being from Chicago, like you already have like a grasp of what the winter is. But yeah, I mean, let's rewind, right? It's our first time having you on since you joined Ultra, I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how has that transition been? Obviously, like this team places second at champs. They call you up to replace somebody. If you place top 2 at champs, sometimes teams will stick it out, but they decide to go for you. They think it's an upgrade. And I guess how has the transition been, right? You have a very strong SMG duo in Kleenex. Insight has been one of the best ARs, especially in search in the league. And of course, you have your long-ass neck teammate Scrap.
Yeah, tell that
shooting
fucker
over
to
you.
stop chirping us, man.
Oh, he's chirping you guys.
Dude,
I know
can you
that.
tell him to hop off, dude? The guy,
I will.
he loves it.
No, but it's been great, bro. I mean, even last year, I think we might have only beat them once online, so they were slamming us over at LA. So it was I definitely felt good joining the team. For me, it was the first team, like me joining like a core like group of guys. Like I feel like our Huntsman Op Chicago roster was like, we kind of came from everywhere. Op Chicago, we just brought in Bruce. LAT, like Ken and Zach were playing together in Cold War. And Sam had played with Ken in the past, so it was a little bit different coming in, how to like fill in the gaps of like what they need me to do or how I need to fit into the team. But I mean, you guys know me, I literally do whatever it takes to win. And after the first couple weeks, I mean, it was just coasting.
Yeah, no, I mean, you definitely are like that utility kind of jack of all trades player, and that's why I feel like you and Toby have been meshing so well together, because Toby, you guys are kind of like a little bit different. You're more of like the ratty utility player, and he's like just a in-your-face utility player at all times. So it's like seeing you guys work together, it's kind of a different sub-dynamic than most teams.
Yeah.
Because most teams have like a slow slayer with a faster pace, like an Abizi Simp or a Pred Shotzi, whereas I feel like you guys both do everything so well on the map. So it's very interesting to see your dynamic, and that's why I feel like you guys meshed so well and so fast.
Yeah.
But I got to ask, how does the culture feel in Toronto compared to the Thieves? Because obviously Thieves, you guys were like a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel in Toronto, at least early, compared to the Thieves?
I mean, it felt obviously like I'm the odd man out coming in, but I mean, it felt like somewhat similar. I mean, Toby and Jamie have been teaming with each other for literally since they came out the AM scene, and Scrap, obviously, he was their sub like 2 years ago, been on the team all last year. So culture's been great. I mean, I feel like they run like I don't even know how to say it, but like outside the game, like we're making sure everything is like in the best possible state. So when we get into the game, like we can play as best as we possibly can. And things like, I mean, we do exercises every day.
Yeah.
Which is something that's new to
I was
me.
going to ask about the calisthenics, because
Are
I
you
remember
breathing with
last
Ryan?
year.
Are you doing breathing work with Ryan, the fucking Wim Hof?
I done it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I did it before the Boston match, and I think I was a little too calm.
Yeah.
I wasn't really quite game ready. But no, yeah, I mean, I'm always down to try whatever. So it's it's been eye-opening to me. I think like the mobility that they do then is like super godlike with Martinez. So,
I was doing it when I was benched. I was fucking benched throwing a
you were
ball.
game ready.
I remember at the fucking Belong Arena last year, we like walked outside and they were all like touching their toes, and I was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing out here?" But I guess that's just how they operate.
I respect it, man. Listen, even if, let's say there's a world where it doesn't actually affect it, which I do think these things help. It's the fact that like the team is doing it together. Like it's like a sense of like togetherness. It's like it's like knowing you're doing the extra mile and taking the extra step together. Maybe touching your toes doesn't help in Call of Duty. Maybe
Dude, they were doing full on stretches. I was like, what's going on out here? Jamie was looking at me.
But it's just, I respect when teams have that type of culture where like they're not just gaming and getting off, right? Like they're going to dinner together, they're stretching, they're doing breathing work, gym, whatever it may be. Like I do like that element of like taking something from the sports world and bringing it into what we do.
Yeah, even I think like the boot camps and stuff you do like preseason are really big. I mean, LAT we did like a boot camp before both seasons. Here we did like a treetop trekking thing. And it's not like you're too high up in the air, but you kind of just get to. That was like my first time like, meeting the boys and stuff, and just seeing how everyone reacts to certain scenarios. So,
wait, what did you say?
They're climbing
like
trees.
Yeah, it's like an obstacle course in the trees, like
They're climbing
and like
fucking
ziplining.
trees over there,
Okay,
man.
all right, cool.
They're different.
I don't really know what he said, so all right, dope.
They're
No, it's
absolutely
cool.
different over there, man.
Yeah. I mean, right now.
Oh wait, I got a question for you. I gotta ask. It's a little controversial. I'm sorry, Dale, to put you on the spot, but the lay down spot, back shack.
Oh,
what
I was
the fuck?
all over it.
'Cause-
I was all over it in the rep chat.
Because Scrap was saying it's 100% GA'd, but then Austin was saying it's not GA'd in the rep chat. So
Yeah,
I'm a little bit confused.
No, so I think Clay and me have been pretty proactive about it. Like we've brought it up in the rep chat a bunch of times because it happens in scrims, and obviously there's no punishment for scrims, but I feel like it's good to like call people out. So you see like the repeat offenders, but like it's been happening and it's ramped up a lot this last week, and it's definitely GA.
It's only a matter of
last
time.
Year,
I mean, I think
last
any
year-
type of glitch like that, anything, whether it's a staircase or a ledge, like if you're a pro, you know what you're doing. Like you know how that looks from the other side. So if it's been happening in scrims, there's got to be a miscommunication or.
Someone was DMing Toby too that like, oh, they thought it was allowed, like they purposely went there and stuff, and like, it's just so mind blowing to me that GAs change, I guess, every year. I guess the title changes like whatever, but like last year on Hydro, I think we had a repeat offender in like Don. Don always was laying top cliff. He went Hydro, but like he was like the only problem, and now I feel like everyone is doing this shit, and eventually it's just gonna be like all out war. But I said if we're gonna do this stair glitch and shit, like let's just limit it to high rise only, because there is a lot of spots if you just like lay down on the street, like it's a stair glitch, or if you back up and get into it,
On purpose.
like that's on purpose. That's a different story, but I feel like high rise is a map where you can just get like stair glitches.
There's a
when it
lot of
drops
like
by
those
you.
little lips all over the fucking place. Like those
Yeah,
little
like
like
laying down top
indents.
heli.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes I do agree. Like, I do give some players the benefit of the doubt where it's like you can do it by accident. If you're top heli and you drop shot or something, but for the most part, I think players know what they're doing. I've always been on the side of like, just don't fucking do it. Because like,
I mean, it was at a crucial point.
if GAs keep getting
It's the very
broken,
end of the game.
if GAs keep getting broken with the way the mechanics in this game work, the game's going to be borderline unwatchable. If everybody starts snaking again and everybody starts using stair glitches, it's going to be one of the most stale shit games to watch, because it's just going to. Right now, the game actually plays well with this 2-pump bullshit or whatever we're calling it. Like,
Yeah, I think most people abide by it. I mean,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
one
no.
pump and it sucks, but like.
We don't see it often. We don't see like somebody break the rules often. I mean, yesterday, like Kyler kind of did, but he was like kind of snaking air and he got pinched. It was on Skid Row. I don't know if you saw it, but everyone was like freaking out about that. And I was like, yeah, he pumped more than twice, but also like it didn't even really benefit him at all.
I think there was I don't know. I kind of feeling different about that, because there was one the other day in a scrim that someone had where they were like back diner, like they just jumped over the dumpster. They went like in the like deep left.
Yeah, they got
and they were like
or not on the heady, like in the corner.
Yeah, in the corner, like looking to like side door push.
Yeah.
Or like the back alley push.
Yeah.
And he was like snaking just thin air, but someone hit like that yellow car behind the alley, or they like hit the alley towards the dumpster, and he couldn't see him because he was just snaking thin air, even though it was behind him.
Interesting.
So
Weird.
Interesting.
it's I don't know. most people are good about it, but you know, the more people that go rogue, it's gonna start to come free for all.
I feel like it's gonna get to a point where it's just gonna burst like a fucking bubble.
That's what I don't want to happen because that's when the game
I feel
is
like it's
so
gonna
ass
burst.
to watch.
I'm surprised we made it this long.
Yeah, I mean,
Same.
what is
Honestly, same.
So do you have an answer for like what is the punishment if someone breaks GAs blatantly right now? Is it like 1 week and no scrims, no warm ups? Like what is the official behind the
I think
scenes
it's-
pro ruling?
I think we said that just the no warm up like wasn't harsh enough, and like if you break a GA and then a poor match, then the no warm up is just like whatever. I didn't get warmed up, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a week of scrims, and then we talked about doing stuff at a major, but you don't really want to screw over some other team with like a warm up or like.
Yeah.
Like say we like said, yo, Seattle, like you get no warm up at the major, they could be like, all right, well, fuck y'all, I'm not giving someone else a warm up.
Yeah.
So we don't want to run into that issue.
Yeah, that would not be good for anybody.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a
We
week
should
of
start
scrims or
fucking
whatever.
throwing people in a room and start frisbeeing scuffs at them. You want to break GAs?
A
just
public
start, just
scuffing?
just fucking just impact.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Just me in a room, just fucking frisbeeing impacts like this, Adam.
What
You
is
fucking
wrong
snake
with
and
you?
Prick. I don't know. Something's got to give, man.
Zen, you got more questions for my man Dill?
Honestly, not really. I mean, like, I can sit here and ask you, you know, what do you think makes your team so good right now? But I feel like it's like asking, does a bear shit in the woods? Like, I don't think anybody was questioning. Everybody saw this move for you, and they knew how good Ultra would be. So I don't think anybody's shocked by you guys being top 2 right now. I mean, we think you and FaZe are kind of in a tier of your own right now. And more so just wishing you luck in the upcoming major, of course. And
Yeah, we'll see you out there,
Excited
kid.
to see you, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. I think we're just have some of the best teamwork, and that's what's gonna keep excelling us. So hopefully we can execute at the major.
Hey man, teamwork makes the dream work. We keep seeing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
We see it. Miami's got good teamwork. I mean, FaZe got good teamwork. Like, there's a lot of teams putting it together early. So I'm excited to see the major. What?
A public scuffing.
That was
that's
that was
insane.
really stupid.
That's an insane shout.
That was really stupid, Zen. But Dill, thanks for coming on, man. We'll see you out there. Safe flight. It's probably a short run, right, to Boston from.
45 minutes. I'm loving it.
Dude, that's a fucking
Wow.
puddle jump right
That's a
there.
nice one, man.
LA, I was fucking 4 hours everywhere.
It's a
Yeah,
nice
that's
one,
the
man.
nice thing about here. Everywhere's like 2 hours, 2.5
Pretty
hours.
centralized, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see you out there, Dill. Thank you for coming on the show, and
Appreciate you having me.
don't break any GAs.
See you soon, brother.
Will do, man. We'll see you there.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for coming on.
All right,
What a
that
kid,
was the kid. Man, he's a good interview, man.
No, he's good. I mean,
And he just got out the shower. I don't know why he was being weird
dude, that
about
was
it.
hilarious.
Why the fuck
He
was
said,
his
"Wait,
hair
look
wet?
like he just went outside or showered. He
Yeah.
goes, nope, just been chilling.
He's like weirdly lying. I don't know what that was.
That's actually great. Tell me what's next.
Oh, it's your favorite.
Yes!
It's your favorite because you've just been robbing money from me for the
And-
past fucking
and-
month.
And you will be closing your laptop this time around, or at least turning it. Actually, you can't turn it to me, but I want to make
You
sure
can
that-
watch that I'm not looking at my
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chat.
Good. So
You can
just to
watch.
clear the air, in case you guys missed last week's episode, he was blatantly cheating. He had Twitch chat open, reading your guys' answers, cheating, and he
I
still
did.
lost. He still owes me 20 gifted.
I did.
He still owes me 20 gifted, right?
I do, but
Correct,
we're going to
all
do
right.
20 gifted again, so I might be able to break even right here.
I mean, I guess, yeah, we will. All right,
Or
sure. No, yeah, 20 gifted.
or do you want the 20 gifted and then if I win,
No,
you
that-
give me
that
20
doesn't
gifted?
make sense. At
Riley,
this
you
point-
better have rigged it. I
At this
swear.
point-
I
no,
swear to God,
no,
Riley.
He actually might have.
You better have rigged it.
All right. What are you doing, Riley?
You didn't make them this week.
I'm going to pull up a trivia in a category that you both agree on and ask completely random questions.
Okay, I see. I like that. Fucking actual trivia. You are about to get smoked.
Wait, what is it?
It's actual trivia. Okay, so
It's
Riley.
not Call of Duty based?
Wait, so Riley, there's no Word doc this time?
No word doc.
Oh my God, you're so fucking screwed.
So just to make sure we're all understanding, you have been getting slammed so hard that we've changed the entire way the game is played.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Riley.
Because you can't win, we are changing the entire way we're playing rapid fire. All right.
All right. How do we do this, Riley?
All right.
Where are we going?
What you guys agree on like a category?
Can you give us some categories right now? Give us some categories.
Entertainment, movies, TV shows,
Let's do TV shows.
No entertainment,
Let's
because
do
that's all he does.
general knowledge.
Let's do TV shows.
General knowledge. Are we good on general?
Let's-
It's general knowledge.
Sure, man.
All right, we're doing general knowledge.
Let's do
TV shows, you would do way too good.
Let's do TV show trivia.
Because, yeah, you would have me on strings.
I cannot believe we just changed the entire way rapid fire is played. I'll never forget this. This is
Dude,
insane.
don't hate the player. Don't hate the player.
This is nuts.
Hate the game. All right?
So
I'm going to ask him without a timer.
you're going to ask them without a timer?
Okay, no timer.
Well, how are they going to know what question
And
you're
do you want me to
asking us?
emote only so you're not worried about me cheating?
I can turn my mic on.
You're going to turn your mic on and Riley's going to ask us?
Oh, my God, it's like Jeopardy.
All right, well, let's do that.
Riley's
'cause-
turning his
'cause
mic
we want
on.
them to hear it. And yes, you're going to close. That chat will not be open. So go to your desktop stream at least.
Okay, can I go to this Twitter?
Yeah, that's fine. Twitter's fine. If anybody starts spam DMing you answers, I'll be flabbergasted.
Okay, I'm on Twitter.
All right, Riley, whenever you want us, general knowledge. Come on.
All right, let me some general
20 gifted?
knowledge questions.
I guess, even though I don't even know what type of game we're about to play.
General
But to be
knowledge.
asked,
You-
how many
literally know.
squirrels are
General
on-
knowledge.
How many squirrels hibernate in Iowa every year? Like general knowledge.
That's not general knowledge. That's some zoologist type shit. Where are we at, Riley?
Okay, some of these are pretty easy.
They're easy?
Yeah.
Is there a difficulty meter?
Just my own personal difficulty meter.
All right.
They're just like general knowledge. So I'm just gonna pick 10. There's like 300 questions here. I'm just gonna scroll and randomly pick some.
Okay,
questions
he's
that I
got
think are
300
fair.
questions. He's going to pick. He's
All
going
right.
to hand select 10 for each of us. So
Who's going first?
Wait,
I want to go first.
Oh, 10 for each of us?
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
go first.
Yeah, Riley goes first. Or, yeah, Seth goes first.
You just want to see what type of questions they are?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Is it multiple choice?
No,
it's
they're
not
just
multiple
question
choice.
answer.
Is it multiple
Question
choice?
answer?
You need
Right,
every
there's one answer.
help.
All right, let's go.
All right, first question.
Okay. Is
Wait,
your mic
what-
on? They can hear you?
Yeah, they
Wait,
can hear me.
hold on. And is
my
there a
God.
60-second timer on this?
No minute timer. Just because
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take the time to find.
Okay,
some.
well, you get one answer, and you can
Yep, one answer.
change it within like 3 seconds. If you're like,
Okay, okay.
rocker. Oh, wait, no, Vegas.
So
Like,
you get 2 answers.
essentially, but as long as it's in like a 3-second span.
Okay. Got it. I'm ready to go. I'm locked and
I
loaded.
think that's
I'm
fair.
hydrated. I'm feeling good. Let's fucking go.
Hang
let's
on.
go.
I'm getting hit with.
What the hell? That is criminal.
That was an ad.
How am I supposed to answer questions after that?
Whoever has their headphones on just got absolutely
that-
startled.
Here, let me-
Do you think they heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Oh
heard
yeah, they heard that.
It was an ad.
Oh,
It
hell
played a
no.
sound.
That was an ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to get me to click
All
the
right,
fuck off.
here we go.
All right, here we
Come
go.
on.
In what country did the first Starbucks open outside of North America?
Are you serious?
Come on. There's 10 of them. You can skip it or just guess.
Italy?
No, Japan.
Japan. Smoked. 0-1.
What is the tiny piece at the end of a shoelace called?
This is general knowledge?
Dude. Is this serious?
We might be dumb as can be. All right. Good
This
luck.
is literally in an episode of SpongeBob, I think, or The Fairly Odd Parents.
Do you have an answer? Would you like to skip?
Tip.
An aglet.
Tip! Sorry, 0-2.
What originally Amazon sold only what kind of product?
Dude. These questions are insane.
Come on now.
You really don't know that one.
I don't know it, but
What
hopefully.
did Amazon start off selling? I
Good
thought
luck.
everybody knew this.
Riley,
did they start
Riley, stop
selling?
hinting towards things.
Electronics?
Books.
Books. 0 for 3.
Books?
0-3.
But the children love the books. This is fun.
Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Explorer are names of what?
Web browsers.
Yes.
Thank God.
I mean, finally, a
Okay.
question that's not
Okay.
about a company.
That's 1.
401k is a type of tax-advantaged defined contribution account designed you to help save for what?
Retirement.
Yes.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm
What
a
do you
brain box.
What do you want him to get my money now?
Yes. That is the
Jesus.
plan.
What food manufacturing company, headquartered in Battle Creek, Michigan, uses several animal mascots to sell its cereals, such as Newton the Owl, Tony the Tiger, and
Kellogg.
Yep.
That's so easy.
Dude, don't
Kellogg.
hate the player. Did you
I can't
did you
even
hear
name
the first 3?
I can't even name another cereal brand besides Kellogg.
Did
Can
you hear the first 3?
Keep going, Riley.
An aglet? Fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one was tough.
Yeah.
But now he's giving you freebies.
Keep them coming. What am I at 6? I'm What am I? 3 for 6?
Yes.
3 for 6.
What? No, that one's. I already know you don't know that.
What?
It was a question about Friends. We made that mistake on the Christmas one.
All
right. What was the first Disney animated feature not based on an already existing story?
Ooh.
When did it come out?
That's not that's not part of the question.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give Zen a hint on his one.
Right.
I think it was 1993.
That help you, buddy?
No, not at all. That wasn't a original story from Disney?
That wasn't based on like an already existing fairy tale.
Just pick one, man.
I mean, there's no way. Princess and the Frog.
The Lion King.
Wow, interesting one.
God.
How many is he at right now?
That was 7.
Okay.
I got 3. This is bullshit. Disney princesses.
Hey, man. General knowledge. There's a variety of topics, and you haven't even heard my questions yet. For all you know,
Which
I can go 0 for
NFL
10.
player spent 2 years in prison for being one of the chief operators of Bad News Kennels dogfighting?
Vic.
Yep.
What? Hey, what color is the sky?
Dude, I need some freebies.
What athlete has won the most Olympic medals?
Michael Phelps.
Yes.
Hey, what color is grass?
Hey, dude, just let me have this,
That's
please.
5.
Just let me get a few.
Which NFL player has scored the most touchdowns?
The most touchdowns?
Most touchdowns.
Oh, fuck. Is it a quarterback?
I can't give you a hint.
Give me a hint.
No, you already got your one hint. Answer it and lose it.
Is it a running back?
Hey, you already got your hint.
There are no hints. You've used your hint.
Right now you have 5. This would be for 6. It's really a shot in the dark here, kid.
Emmett Smith.
Tom Brady.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
It's fucking Brady?
All right, you got 5, man. Switch it over to me now, the absolute champion. Of course, they changed the game, trying to knock me off my throne.
All right.
Oh, Zen's winning something. Let's change it up.
It's fucking Brady.
Here we go.
What?
We got 5.
Okay.
Whatever.
You ready?
Yep.
But Tom, he didn't score them. He threw them.
Josh, let's go.
That doesn't count.
Let's go, Riley.
Who's
Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II?
Where were they stored?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The Pentagon.
Fort Knox.
Someone said Gavutu.
Dude,
Someone said
what?
Gavutu.
Okay, keep going.
Which company's slogan is "You're in good hands"?
Wait, I know this one.
No, you don't.
No, I do, though.
Nah. Can I psych him out?
No, you're in good hands.
Oh, my gosh.
I should know this one, right?
No, you don't. How long does he get?
No, I mean, I didn't give you an answer yet. Is it Geico?
I could give you such a good hint.
Is it
but I'm
Geico?
not going to give you it. Unless you want it.
Is it Geico?
Unless you want your first hint.
No. Is it Geico or no?
I could give you such a good hint.
Is
No.
that your guess?
Yeah, Geico. I don't know.
Allstate.
It was Allstate.
So
oh,
I was going to
wow.
tell you, it's when you kick field goals, the hands.
Oh, wow. How do I screw that one up?
All good, all good.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Picasso?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Stupid.
Oh, shit. See, that's one I should get. Like, that's one that's bad on me.
See,
Other
it doesn't
two-
feel so nice.
No, it doesn't. But they literally changed the game on me, so it's whatever. Like, they literally changed the entire way the format of trivia has been. So
Here we go.
What is the brand behind the famous number 5 perfume?
I mean, that is unreal. I'll even say that as his competitor, that's unreal.
No, this one's when you hear it, I think it's going to make sense.
Number 5 perfume.
Yeah, like blank number 5.
That's a hint, by the way.
Blank number 5. What do you
I'm
know
giving
it?
context. It's not a hint.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
Do you actually? But without chat, you would know that? Or did chat just like refresh your memory? to make it-
Refreshed.
Okay.
I
Blank-
would have probably worked my way to it though.
Chanel? I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah,
Chanel.
Chanel. Okay, Chanel. There's one.
All right. In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what?
Say it again?
In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what? Like what?
The Pope?
Yes. How many questions has he had?
That
was 5.
That was
He's 2
5.
for 5
I'm
right
2
now.
for 5.
All right.
That was a freebie.
Yeah, it was.
Which singer sung the #1 hit "Material Girl"?
Material Girl? I don't even know this
Oh
shit,
my
man.
God.
The Taylor
I'm
Swift?
a material girl in a material world. Na 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 na.
Taylor
na,
Swift?
na. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. It's Madonna.
Oh, it's Madonna? I don't
Oh my
fucking know.
God. Taylor Swift.
Listen to Future.
What was the what was the name of the coffee shop in the hit TV show Friends?
You're an asshole. Why would you ask me? I've never seen Friends, and you didn't ask him the question because he's never seen Friends. So why would you ask me that?
He likes Friends. Get over it.
No, but you can't. You literally didn't ask him a Friends question because
Okay,
you know
okay,
he
I'll
didn't
throw
watch
that
it.
out.
You
I'll
can't
throw
do
that
that.
out.
It's
That's
fair.
fair.
That is the
Crybaby
most rigged
cheese.
thing I've seen in my
Crybaby
life.
cheese.
Directing Schindler's List,
Hope we're
who
in-
won their first Oscar for Best Picture?
Recently?
Best Director.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Schindler's List is Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Oh, I thought you meant this. Whatever. I lost.
I got
Nice.
5, right?
Oh.
Right, no, if you win out, we tie.
I don't think so,
How
but-
many questions does he have left?
He's
I'm
got
losing
3 more. If he wins
Okay.
out, we tie.
What day on the calendar year is commonly known as Star Wars Day?
I
Dude.
haven't seen any of the Star Wars.
Dude.
Oh, May the 5th.
Dude.
Oh, it's
my
May the 4th.
God.
Oh, wait, May the 4th be with you?
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh, well, no. Well,
All right,
You
got
were
2
one
more.
day off. Well, he
Whatever.
lost.
I'm really not a Star Wars guy.
How many? He has to
This
get.
shit's so rigged. It's done.
He-
I lost.
He
but
lost.
You,
No,
but
he
ask,
just
ask
lost.
me 2 more for
Because
fun.
I got 5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we'll do 2 more for fun.
2 more for fun. Riley loves it. This is fun, though. I do like this.
I'm sure you do.
What is the national sport of Japan?
I mean, goodness.
Is it
No, I have no fucking clue. I would-
baseball? Baseball is huge there.
Ooh, good guess. Sumo wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have got that.
And who is the NBA's all-time leading scorer?
Oh shit! What's his name?
What's his name?
Well, no, but like,
Starts with a K.
yeah, is it Kareem?
No,
It's K. Who was it?
I thought it was Kareem.
it's LeBron.
Oh, you're an asshole.
I thought it was Kareem. I mean, it didn't matter anyway.
I was gonna say Kareem though.
See, I didn't even know it.
Damn. All right.
Is
well,
Kareem second?
Yeah, LeBron passed him this year.
Oh.
So that was recent history.
See, I don't watch basketball. I wouldn't have known that, dude.
All right. Well, GG, man.
All right,
what a
folks.
joke.
I now owe Zinni 0 gifted. It's all good, man.
That's actually criminal.
All right, next up, we have our top plays of the week. Come over to me whenever you would like, Riley. We actually also made an upgrade. We now are using a different program so that you guys get better quality on the clips of the week. Here we go. Starting it off, it's Estriel.
That show was going crazy.
Bop,
man.
bop. That was fucking gross.
That was dirty, man.
That was actually gross.
That was actually filth.
Whenever
man.
he did that. I got to see that again. It was just so buttery. The slide out into the hip fire, that is filthy. Estriel, nice snaps, medals, 3-piece. You want me to full screen him? Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, fuck it. Medals with a nice 3-piece. Unfortunately, it was against us. Hold on, let's restart that. Now it's full screen. Unfortunately, it was against us, but this is what he was doing the whole series. This is what we don't want to happen at the major.
Yeah, no, the kid was going crazy.
We don't want this at the major. Medals on our team of the week for a reason. And here he is again,
yeah, just
doing it again.
Maybe it's the SMG. Maybe it's the ray gun, man.
I mean, he was just going crazy, man. He was just going crazy. 1, 2. I mean, he's just making plays here. This literally wins him this round.
Yeah.
I think he gets another one. I don't know why the clip was cut short, but I think he gets another one there to win them the round. Next up, of course, we got to throw it in there. It's your boy Ernie, and he's cheating. Now, apparently, it's been debunked. There was a body right here where this gun is.
The dead body.
There was a body, and you can't see it in Spectator.
And if there's not, and he's lying, he might be walled up.
So right here, there would have been a body. And I don't know why he'd be shooting it, but Fuck it. I buy it. Oh, yeah, we got the Shotzi 8 streak. We got to throw it in there. Again, doesn't really do much for us.
But it was
in
a
the
very
end.
strong start. It was a promising start for the young lad.
It was a very promising start. We were talking about how the boys need to come out, start hot. Ant does that, but unfortunately, it's to no avail in the end for the series.
Yep.
But he was making plays, man.
Yeah, no, he was doing his thing.
He was making plays.
Definitely worth noting.
On the 7 there, I believe he rechows number 6 here at the end to get it. Sees him through the car window. Bada bing, bada boom. 8-piece. That's our clips for Friday.
Press week 4.
Day 2, bada bing.
Absolutely.
Abuza ace. We saw this earlier. This was masterful, man.
Now this was
a nice little ace.
This was a play. It was also 1v3.
Oh, we actually get the full ace as well.
Right? It was a 1v3,
An
right?
ace into a 1v3? I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah, no, it's 1v3.
That's impressive
Ace
work out of
1v3.
Abuza.
I mean, this is as good as it gets for a 1v3. You see him roar after he starts screaming. All in all, what a beautiful 1v3 from the kid, man.
And people were on his ass a little bit about the single tap.
As they should have been. He's not. This was a dirty 1v3, but what he was doing is also
Of course.
unacceptable. So he deserved to have plenty of
You didn't
people
let me
on
finish.
ash. Sorry, you're right.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say people were on his ass, and then he had a bad series after it. This was a big bounce back series for him.
That's true.
They ended up losing it, but he did well statistically.
True.
Let me finish, man.
Sorry.
It's all good. Next up, we got Grayster. Inspirational. He's almost 40, and he's still doing this shit.
Dude, Clay had some crazy maps this weekend. Obviously, they couldn't pull out a win, but at least there's a lot of positives to take away for the Royal Ravens because
He's
for a
almost
while,
40.
a while there was no positive takeaways, and Clay was moving.
Yeah, Clay was
Doing his
moving.
thing.
And that's against Faze as well.
Yep.
Faze, again, we see what they can do today. Scary team. Next up, we got a streak from Kyler. This kid shoots, man. He's been shooting.
He's always been a shooter.
He's been a shooter.
He's always been a shooter.
He does not give a fuck. He will chow at pretty much any range with this thing. He's mastered it. Gets
Yeah, no,
another.
this was
Backs
dirty.
up.
This was
Gets
dirty.
another.
Yeah, this was filthy, actually.
Dude, he's just lining them up. He's letting them come in one by one. Enjoy. Next up, Insight 3-piece. No audio on this one. All good. That's why we have the audio track in the back. It's Jamie. I'm not talking Lannister. Wait, is this a Standy 3-piece or Insight? I think they titled that one
That
wrong.
was Standy.
That was a Standy 3-piece.
Great work, Eli.
Yeah, that was a
Way
Standy
to get him,
3-piece.
Tiger.
You guys can see right here though.
Yep.
Insight 3-piece.
No, nice little 3 from Standy there.
Here we got another one from Scrappy Doo.
Oh yeah, no, I remember this one. Scrap. This was nice, man.
Guy's been riding it lately.
He loves it.
He's been absolutely loving it,
He's
riding
been loving it.
it, enjoying. This was a gross 3-piece though.
No, this was dirty.
Some little jump shots. That's not the easiest thing to do. Next up, we might have to up the... never mind. I was going to say we might have to up the standard for these clips, but then we wouldn't have any fucking clips, so... Never mind. And this is the Standy 3-piece.
We're just breezing through some nice clips from the matches, man. I mean,
Oh, this is...
if you think you can do better, come do it.
We watched this earlier. The Vickle sneak defuse in a 1
this
versus
was-
2 scenario, round 11.
I actually think this is more so just a great play from Vickle rather than a screw up from LAG. Like, the more I think about it, is he timed this perfectly. He didn't even give them time. Like, look, number 1 was already back there. So, like, he hesitates for maybe a second, but it's like, I think Vickle just really times that perfectly.
And he dies right after,
I
man.
really do think Vickle just really made a heads-up play and made a good play on the fly, really.
It's an absolute heartbreaker. Keep in mind, folks, think about which play you think is the best of the week. We should start doing that. We should narrow it down to our best play of the week. So far,
Cammy,
I don't know what it is. Cammy's been shooting. Let's play that again.
Cammy was doing his thing today. I mean, like, obviously there's
That second snap
some
was
talk
very
around
nice.
the series, but Cammy turned it up maps 2 and 3. So you got to tip your hat to Cam for
And then Cammy
for turning it
again.
up.
A Cammy ace.
2 and 4, I don't know.
He's 7 and 2. He's already got 2 on the round. He doesn't stop there.
My boy McKilligan, man.
He doesn't stop there. Lines him up. That's an awkward gunfight for him. He ends up winning it. 3v1 scenario. Fellows absolute toast, but let's feed Cammy. The ace. Beautiful work out of Cam. That's
Very
2 clips
nice.
back to back. Same series. This would have been... We were saying This would have been an all-timer.
Of all time, like one of the best Call of Duty clips ever.
This would have been an
To
all-timer.
1v4 to force a round 11 in a series that meant if they won it, they're in winners bracket at their home major. Like, dude, I wish he didn't jiggle it here. He just had no idea, man. He had no idea.
Dude, if he gets the kill, runs
That
through
would've-
bomb, gets the kill, runs backwards, literally anything else, he wins the round probably.
That would have literally, dude, I wish, come on, I wish we had the click remote. I would just rewind to that moment and tell him, do not peek left.
It would have been an all-timer, man.
That would have been so good.
And here we go. Money B's submission into the team of the week.
Gwyn has been doing his thing, especially in this series. In this series, he was crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy. And this is a 9 streak out of him, too. I mean,
Yeah.
just feeding him. Feeding him freebies. A little snake. I mean, the kid's good.
Yeah.
He plays confident. The kid definitely is nasty. And hopefully the Royal Ravens can turn things around.
Yep.
Because I think they got some promise here. They go to 2 game 5s.
They do. I mean, he doesn't stop. He just kill after kill. I thought he was going to get this kill, too, on this guy top AC.
Almost, yeah.
Would have been filth.
Ends a little bit early there. All good. Next up, Priest to 4 streak. I don't really remember what this one was. I should because we just saw it. Oh, these were actually huge kills.
Yep.
This is to get them to that round 5. I remember P-Dog going crazy. Now
He
I
gets
remember.
this kill, he jumps off, plays like left side blue.
Got a good memory.
Yeah, no, just good job playing his life.
And this cutting spawners.
This map was crazy too. I can't believe Boston won this map.
Yeah.
This was, I mean, that was more so a throw from New York. I think they misplayed that offense. They just weren't stopping the clock. They were letting the time go.
This is the slasher 3-piece on the
This was also dirty.
P4 pop. Gets Kismet. This is just a heads-up veteran play right here. Plays his life, lays down, knows he's got 6 watching over him.
Both
Like,
players just jump and look the wrong way too.
some players just run in there after they get it, and they're still weak, and some players just run in there, die, and that play doesn't happen, and they don't get a huge swing. It's just a veteran play. Plays his life. Next up, I didn't even see what this was. Oh, this is the end. This is the end of the map.
The end. This is just a crazy sequence at the end where they just Boston clutches up.
Yeah.
Slasher with a big read here, kills Hydra pinching. Capsule also finds one on a Sib.
And here we go, the controversial spot that's going around. Look at him. He goes right to it.
Did he get a kill from there?
Yeah.
Did he kill this guy?
Pretty sure he kills both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gets
no,
both
he
of them.
does get two. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, there's definitely...
He went to it and laid
understand-
down.
I understand the talk around it.
Yeah, he... I mean, he jumped out of the window. Prone.
What do we
so-
got from Tej here?
I don't know. It's a little 3-piece action. Good shots on the cam. Peace.
Look at the ray gun, man. So inspirational. Thomas Halley.
Gets 2. Hits the little reload on the best headies maybe in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Freebies. And those are our top plays. Chat, talk to me. Who had the best clip of the weekend, do you think?
Who had the best clip? Talk to us. I'm trying to think of who I think had the best clip. I think Gwyn's streak was filthy.
Who had the best clip?
I think
Noah
Gwyn's
Beezy Ace?
streak
We
was
didn't have
filthy.
anything on the POV, I don't think.
I just can't get over Cap's play. I really wish it panned out because I would have been on my feet. Helicopter and dick.
The Beezy Ace? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure, the Abizi Ace.
We missed the best play of the weekend.
It's good work.
Oh.
Let's go, Abizi Ace it is. Congrats to Abizi on the clip of the week, kid.
Listen, we can only work with what we got, man. I would say Abuza's 1v3 ace was probably my number one.
Yep, I agree. Abuza's 1v3 ace. That's it for me, too.
Also, Vickel's
Clutch
sneak
defuse,
defuse,
yep.
not as skillful, but in terms of mental and cojones,
I would go Abuza, though. I think Abuza's play was filthy.
yeah. All right, folks, that is our plays of the week. We're at the end of our show now. Any questions that y'all have for us? It's the call of the community. Anything you guys want to chop it up, talk about, pick our minds a little bit. Now is the time. Thank you guys for another great, successful weekend. Anything that sticks out that you guys would like to ask us, ask away, folks.
Let me open up my chat as well. Of course, I forgot my laptop today. Shit, Tony.
It's all right.
Luckily, this thing's basically a computer now. I mean, these aren't even cell phones anymore. They're mini computers.
What's the best Star Wars movie? That's a hard question. I'm probably going episode 3 for me personally.
Never seen them.
Did you just laugh, Riley? What's yours, Riley?
Actually, no, I've seen, I actually liked Rogue One, but it's like one of the few I've
you
seen.
like the OGs?
That's one of the few I've seen is Rogue One, I think.
I'm going episode 3. The Clone Wars get me going. Why do you think the boys are struggling? Lack of teamwork in game? I think that's exactly what it is. I think a lot of individual plays are happening, and I think if the pace just slowed down a little bit in certain scenarios, it would fix a lot. But I think they're going to hone in on that. I really think they're going to work on it. So
Everyone's saying, how did I allow rapid fire to get changed, rigged? My question is, can you do rapid fire the correct way next week? They both knew about the rapid fire change, but you didn't. Hazin, rigged.
oh, no, I didn't know about it either. I had no idea.
No, it's all right. Who do you have winning Major 1? Scump?
Toronto.
You're trying to winning it? That's a good pick.
I think Toronto's going to upset FaZe in the final. As of right now. Hopefully the boys turn things around, but from what we've seen, I think Toronto.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'll say FaZe just to make it so we're not picking both the same team, but I think Toronto's a good pick.
Yeah. Hopefully the boys put a performance on, though. I'm hoping they can. Hopefully the boys come out and just fucking turn up. Yeah. That'd be great. But right now, from what we're watching, I would probably say Toronto. I think Toronto looked insane. Yeah. But so does FaZe. I think that's going to be the final as of right now. Build a bracket? No, not right now.
Do you think the new patch post split 1 makes teams better and better teams worse? It just kind of resets the game. I think new hills, new game. I think give the teams a little bit of time, and I don't think like a mid to bottom tier team is all of a sudden going to be a top 3 team because the game changed. I don't think that's the way it's going to work.
Yeah.
My dark horse for Major 1?
Heretics.
Yeah, I think Heretics is a good pick. I think they are the dark horse, and I think it's still fair to consider them a dark horse. Despite how well they've been playing online, I still have Heretics as a dark horse.
Biggest potential to upset someone? Carolina.
Who do we think is in front runner for the Rookie of the Year right now? Probably Linz. As of this very moment, I feel like maybe Linz, right?
Linz or Gwyn. And right now, Linz's team is doing better.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I think Rocker's team is better. So right now I'm going to say Linz. What team starting and losers can make it to top 6? You have Thieves, Boston, Carolina, Vegas. I think Boston's their strongest out of... Oh, actually, no. Yeah, Boston or Carolina for me.
Boston.
Yeah, I think hopefully Boston. Once again, obviously they're my...
Boston's going to have a little bit of home crowd.
Former team.
I think
Boston.
Boston.
Favorite to root for.
Boston, really then Carolina.
You walk into Trader Joe's frozen section. What are you buying? Oh, don't get me started, buddy.
Everything.
The chicken teriyaki. They actually discontinued the Philly cheesesteak bao buns, unfortunately. You have those hash browns that are great for breakfast. You have... there's a lot. Their Indian selection's incredible. The cauliflower and gnocchi. I can go on for days.
What is it about FaZe that make them so insanely dominant? It's a mixture of things, man. They have a good team culture. All of their players are insanely talented. I think people fear them as well. I think fear plays a big role in it. I think people play differently in series against them just because they know how talented all those players are. There's a lot of things, man. FaZe is just a good ass team. The trio is just really, really fucking good. And then you add Draws. They're just good. Good teamwork, good coach, everything. They're just well-rounded.
I do think it is more stressful to watch them play. Yeah, when you're playing, you don't really have time to stress and think. When you're outside of it and you're rooting for certain teams and you're watching the mini map and the way things unfold and you have more info than you do as a player, I do think it's a little more stressful to watch in the moment. But I still think being a player in general is very stressful. Like it's more like I was more stressed as a player than I am now. But the act of either playing or watching specifically, I think watching is more stressful. But it's like
depends on the scenario.
It's hard to tell. Yeah,
around 11.
Oh, everybody's heart's pumping in around 11.
Around 11, yeah. You're fucking round 11. Your heart's pumping.
Yeah,
way more than watching.
Yep.
But round 11 still gets me going too. It gets me going.
No, of course.
Watching, but not the same. Would the Optic Dynasty be a top 6 team in this league in our primes? What the fuck
I
are we
would hope.
talking about? Right now, maybe not.
You don't think?
I mean, Matt plays Halo, Krim's driving,
Yeah.
Damon's coaching, and I play ranked in Warzone. I mean, we'd really have to put it together.
Yeah.
We'd have to put shit together real fast.
Damn right.
If Optic keep misperforming, do you think changes will be needed? I don't think they're going to change all year, no. Do you think if you were still playing, you could be in the top 10 players? I mean, depends, man. A lot of it comes down to your team as well. Some people have more advantageous roles to look better statistically. It's just how it is in COD.
Yeah.
You got any more you want?
No.
Good?
Yeah.
Ladies. One
One
place in Boston.
Restaurant-wise?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Anywhere? I mean, I'm excited to step foot in the venue I retired in. Like, I think that's going to be, like, an interesting feeling. Just like, I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure, but I think it's definitely cool to go back. I retired on February 5th, so we'll be there, like, a few days before when I actually retired. So I'm looking forward to just seeing the Boston Breach organization, I think Boston threw a great event last year, too. Like, the actual venue was sick. I know you guys didn't make it out, but the venue was dope last year. Like, it was a very amazing atmosphere.
I'm excited just to go because last year we didn't get to make it out. So Zinni was obviously playing. We didn't get to go. So I'm excited to just see the venue.
But restaurants, Bricko, Yvonne's, Citrus and Salt. I got a few I'm looking forward to. Valentine's Day advice? Oh,
Chocolate, flowers,
do it,
and a
but
teddy bear.
But plan it, and also not
a nice
just
dinner.
Not just your significant other, right? Get some flowers for your mom, grandma, whatever woman you have in your life that you hold nice and close, and don't wait till the last minute when all the good stuff is sold out. Put some thought and effort into it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for the great weekend. This was our last online weekend. We're going to Boston next week.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we leave on Wednesday. Super excited. We'll be live the next 2 days playing some ranked play, fucking around. Thank you guys all very much. That is the breakdown.
Thank you guys for watching, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow for ranked.
We'll see you tomorrow.